On a rainy day, I set out on a journey to Ara, a town in Nasarawa State about 220 kilometers away from Nigeria's capital territory, Abuja. We are the western part of Nasarawa, a border passing to the town. To get there, you have to take a motorcycle ride with a distance of about 160 kilometers. It is a bumpy ride, and cars could get stuck because of the slithery nature of the trail. I'm right here in Ara, Nasarawa State, north-central Nigeria, one of many villages where underage girls are picked up to work as maids in some of Nigeria's biggest cities. Ara is home to the Gwandara people, one of the indigenous tribes in Nasarawa State. They are predominantly farmers.
Komai da komai muna yi, amma muna sha wahala. Wahalan da muna sha ba mu da hanya. Ba mu da hanya, moto na bi, moto ma na sha wuya, mashin na sha wuya. Ba mu da hanya. Ba mu da pompu, ba pompu. Ba pompu. Na uku muna da ba mu da antenna na caji abun nan da service nan ba mu da shi. Yara mu kuma su yi makaranta ba aiki. Ba kawo mana sana'a ko gwamnati ya taimake mu masu kauye taimako ba shi.
Salamati Yakubu is an agent who delivers maids on request.
Yara na kai su wurin aiki, lokacin biya kudi yana ba mu kan ciwo. Kudi wanda ya tafi da yariyan, wani zai tafi ce uwan yaron na so kudi. Yana so kudi nan kuma an ta ta karba ba ta zo ta kama iyayen yariyan ba. Daga baya iyayen yariyan na nema kudi sai a ce an karba kudi ko. In ya zama na wata biyar ko wata shida ne, za su ce na wata uku sai zama musu rikici. Ni ma na da yaran da na kai wurin aiki, amma ni nan na jan na karba kudi da kaina, ana tura min a cika account. Ina yi gargadi wanda an tafi da yarinya an kawo mata ya ba da lamba a ba uwan yarinya. Lokacin da yana da bukatar neman kudi sai yi magana sai a tura misa a cika account.
Hajara has worked as a maid when she was 8. She is now married with 2 children.
Sun fara kai yara wuri aiki haka. An kai. An shirya kudi maganan kudin aiki haka. An ce wai kudi kaja. An zo gida su iyaye an tambaye su maganan kudi. Za su ce wai kudin ba haka ne ba, za su rage aikin da na yi. Ina gana kai shekara 3 a wurin matan nan. Na kai shekara na 3 tun lokacin da ina karama.
According to reports, Nigeria's federal government reportedly approved a 5 billion naira contract for the construction of a road in 2010. Unfortunately, nothing has been done in that regard. Back in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, is where I meet Mariam. The last of 5 siblings. She works for a middle-class family. She goes to school in the morning and works the rest of the day.
My name is Mariam. I am 8 years old.
Do you enjoy working as a maid?
No, I don't.
The agency fee for a maid depends on the class of the family that requested for one. A middle-class family could pay as low as 5,000 naira, while an upper class could pay as high as 20,000.
Nan ita ne yarinya na auta. Abin da ya sa nake kai ta wajen aiki, ba ka da ƙarfin da za a riƙa taimaka ban da kowa. Shi ya sa ko ni ma kaina ina zuwa gun aiki. In buga nan saboda yanzu rayuwa ta na tashi bai yi makaranta ba. Kuma ni ina son yara na su yi makaranta. To ba ni da wanda zai riƙa taimakawa. Sai ni na je aiki, yara na in suka je aiki wannan amma wacce nan ta yi kaɗan. Wani lokaci ma abin na damuna har kuka nake yi. In ce wacce nan 'yar yarinya har karfe 9 wani lokaci sai na sa yara an bi. A ce ba tashi ba. Kuma ba daman ka kawo tun da kai ka kai. To duniya yanzu na ana wajen wanke-wanke na zan tafi ki gani wani lokaci ki ga mazaje na sun taru ana ba na abinci ba da ruwa abun ma na damuna saboda za ka iya shiga hallaka irin baka nan mai tuwo kuma shi ya fi son ko wasan da za a yi da yara shi bai dame shi ba shi dai a kamai kasuwa to kuma wani lokacin ka tuna ba inda za ka yi.
Hiring domestic servants is a common phenomenon in Nigeria. More often than not, these involves vulnerable children being made to work as live-in domestic servants, mostly in middle-class urban households. Most people in Nigeria are ignorant of the fact that employing a child as a maid is in fact against the law.
Both in our penal code, both in the NAFTIP Act, both in so many these things, there are various laws there. There are various laws there ranging from 7 months imprisonment, 7 years imprisonment, down to even depending on the magnitude of the consequences of the child trafficking. And we are seeing it there in every Mr. Somebody's house. You will see children, he will not ask his children to be doing the dirty things. They will hire some children and bring to him, and there are commission agents. Those governmental agencies that are responsible for this should be doing. The greatest problem with Nigeria is inability of the authorities to be penalizing wrongdoers.
If you look at Section 28 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, it has made provision for the rights of children and the rights that needs to be protected. And subsection 1C, 1D, 1E provides for the protection of children from maltreatment, neglect, and all forms of abuse or degradation. And subsection E also says children should be protected from exploitative labor practices.
Nigeria enacted the Child Rights Act in 2003, the law that guarantees the rights of all children in Nigeria. Currently, 11 states, all in northern Nigeria, are yet to domesticate the Child Rights Act.
If you look at Nigeria, apart from the federal structure of the Nigerian government, there are other reasons the Child Rights Act has not been adopted by all states. The chief reason being religion, because if you look at the states, 11 of the states are northern Nigerian states. Religion has always been a problem for us. So, coupled with ethnic and cultural diversity.
Child Rights Act is a fundamental right of every child as enshrined in the Constitution. The reason why you see it not being implemented, I don't so much blame the state governors. The federal government too should be blamed. The state governors need to be sensitized, need to be educated about it. How many of them even know the import of the Child Rights Act? Greater number of them do not even know that it is something good. They just go into obscure belief in some primordial beliefs that it is against this, it is against this, it is against this. But there is nothing wrong in them taking the Child Rights Act, looking into those things that are contrary to their cultural and religious practices, and then expunge them, and then pass those ones that can pass. But we have not seen that done.
The agency NAPTIP was established to fight all aspects of human trafficking. Child trafficking is human trafficking because we are talking about children being involved now. The agency is doing everything to checkmate all of this. And how do we do it? We have what we call the 5-prong approach. The 5 P's. We talk about prevention, which is going out there to speak out, to create awareness, to ensure that that crime does not happen. We have the one we call protection, which is helping the victims of trafficking, rescuing them from wherever they are, bringing them into our shelters to help them, to make them feel at home, to become more better Nigerians before we now reintegrate into society. We have the one we call prosecution, because we are empowered by law to arrest, to detain, and to prosecute every offender. We also have the one we call partnership, because we know that NAPTIP cannot do it alone. We work with other partners, both international and the local ones, to fight this cause. We also have the policy, because every day we are developing policies that will help us get this job done, to help other partners get this job done. And these are all the things we use to make sure that we stem the tide of trafficking. For us, the fight against human trafficking is important to us because the Nigerian people voluntarily chose to fight this cause. And they have given this responsibility to NAPTIP to do it for them.
It is an offense for anyone to engage the services of a minor, anyone below the age of 18. That is classified as child labor, which is an offense before the law in Nigeria. And it's one of the very key areas that NACTAL is working. And I agree with you that Nasarawa in north central Nigeria is among the states, we call them endemic states, where a lot of child labor and exploitation is prevalent. We have the other states in the north central. We also have northwest states like Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Katsina, Kano, Jigawa, and Kaduna. And then, of course, we have other states in the southern part of Nigeria, the southeast, the south-south, and then in the southwest. So child labor is a major phenomenon in Nigeria where all states are affected. On the part of these states that are not that have not domesticated the Child Rights Act. I think I see it more as a conspiracy of silence, living in denial, a religious misinterpretation. Because the religion of Islam, which we practice, and then of course Christianity, which are the major religion in Nigeria, provide protection for children. And then I say conspiracy of silence because the leaders are not willing to take the bull by the horn. So it looks like our leaders are still comfortable with the level of vulnerability of our young ones. It looks like the leaders are not looking at the future that awaits these children. And then that is why we have a lot of cases of insecurity, insurgency, and then you see children dying, high rate of out of school children, high rate of infant and child mortality, high rate of maternal mortality because of the prohibitively high rate of poverty.
By ratifying the Child Rights Convention and African Children's Charter, the Nigerian government has the overall responsibility for ensuring these are implemented. Yet, at the most basic level, the government is failing to live up to this obligation. There is no strong case to be made for domestication if it has not translated into fulfilled rights for children. Ultimately, where children are concerned, all actions must be in their best interest. The first step in that regard is applying the Child Rights Act across the country.